Hey guys, it's Nina Soul with Spiritual Vibes. I am doing another video today of a custom piece that I had already finished it, but I just finished doing the little extra details that I usually do with my custom orders. So I had to type out the information for this piece, and it's completely finished now. And it is the biggest piece that I have ever done. And it is the first of its kind. So I am just doing this video just to show you guys what I created here. And this piece was actually made in dedication to a saint who is San Martin de Caballero. Not sure how to say it in English. Saint Martin, I believe, I don't know. I don't know what it is in English, but yeah, so if you look him up, San Martin de Caballero, I'll post his name down below. That way you guys can go ahead and look him up if you guys want to see or find out more about him. So this piece was actually made for a Christian witch, and San Martin de Caballero is her saint, so she wanted a piece to be made so that because she didn't want to have just a statue of him. She had told me that she wanted something that wasn't just going to sit there and look pretty. She wanted something that she could actually use. So that is exactly what I gave her. And so I guess we'll start with the crystals. I'll tell you what crystals I put in here. I'm not going to give you full details of what everything means in here because I like to kind of keep that privacy between my customers and myself. So I will just tell like some basic stuff about this piece and what I used in it and how I created it. So these are sticks of selenite. Right here and right here, and this is all creating a crystal grid within it. So the selenite, of course, is always going to keep this piece charged and cleansed. So any working that she's doing on here, any working or anything that it is that she puts on here and lets it sit on here is going to be cleansed and charged. Whether it be any of her tools or a spell that she is doing on here, it's always going to have this border of protection and cleansing and amplifying as well. So, that is what the selenite around here is for. And then these are pieces of carnelian. And carnelian is really good for bringing courage. And it has other properties to it too. But while we were picking these crystals out, because my husband did help me pick them out, and he's also really good at channeling energies, so we were channeling San Martin de Caballero the whole time, from the point that we picked out the crystals to the everything, to the ending process of it all. I've been channeling his energy, and I've been using his energy to give her a piece of him. So we picked out these crystals because when we were channeling his energy, these were the ones that came to mind. These were the ones that we picked out intuitively. And so these are all energies that are in this piece. So these are to bring courage. And then right in here there's pyrite. So there's 4 chunks of pyrite in there. And the pyrite is to bring abundance. It's also a really good grounding stone and a protective stone. And then here's labradorite. Right there. Labradorite is really good for it acts as a protective shield, so it shields you from any negative energy. It also works really good for getting more in tune with your psychic abilities and your intuition. And it brings strength. And then right here, there's 2 gold lodestones in here. And I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see, but when I put the lodestones in there, they still have their little hairs on them. They're little, kind of like their little spikes. this one you can see it better. You can see like their little spikes. Those stayed on there. That's that, you know, like that magnetic sand. When you feed them, it grows like these little hairs on them. So that, they actually stayed on there throughout the whole process of curing and everything and being in here. And it really surprised me that they're that strong, even while they're being encased in a liquid. Inside of a liquid plastic, they still stayed that strong, even though they were, you know, because this stuff gets really hot as it's curing. It gets really hot, and it kind of squeezes and puts pressure on the stones, which is, it's what you want, because you want that power to be squeezed out of the stone and to kind of like, to squeeze it so that it comes out. So that's what, you know, the lodestone stayed really well intact. And the lodestones are really good for attracting anything that you desire. You can use these for attracting money, attracting love, attracting health, attracting abundance, attracting anything. You could even use, well, I'll get to this part in a second. So you could even use it to attract a certain energy that you are, if you're doing a working on here, you can use these lodestones for that working to attract that energy that you are doing that working for. So for instance, if you are doing a spell on here, to attract prosperity, you could use these to kind of act like a magnet and bring that energy to your spell. And these right here, these are a stone that I actually hardly never hear anything about, you guys. And they are amazing. Their energies are amazing. Their vibration is amazing. It's phenomenal. I can't even start to tell you enough how much I love these stones. These are shungite. For those of you that have never worked with shungite, you guys really need to get you some of this stone, because this stone is known to kill anything that is harmful to the human body. So I'll have to make other videos about how I use shungite in other ways. But for this piece, I'm not trying to say her name, but my friend, she wanted something that was going to attract healing, and she wanted her and her family to always be healed and healthy, and to be able to make healthy decisions, and just looking at things in a healthier way. So that's why I put shungite in there. And this stone, like the vibration is just amazing. So you guys look up some shungite, or we sell this stone. So if you guys are interested in buying shungite for yourself so that you guys can work with it, let me know, because we do sell these pieces. We sell them loose. I can even make jewelry with them, or whatever it is that you want. So anyway, look, you can see that flash in this labradorite. See that flash? And this one too, you can see the flash. This one is just like lit up. And then this one, you can kind of see it's right here. Okay, so then I did this crystal grid, and the way that I did this crystal grid, the number 11 is a really powerful number to my friend. So I made sure that the placement of this crystal grid and these stones all form the number 11. So 11 right here. You turn it the other way, there's 11 right here. And then these even, like these are all, 11, 11, 11. Like everywhere you look at it, there's the number 11. So I had also did this to symbolize that number that means so much to her, that she works with this number a lot. So I wanted to keep that in here. And then around here, this whole circle right here, this is actually real cruelty-free horsehair. So let's see if I can get it close. Okay. There, you can see it better right there, the strands. So I made sure anytime I do anything with taxidermy or any type of animal parts or anything like that, I always like to make sure that it is cruelty free, because there's a certain type of energy that I get from animal parts or taxidermy that is cruelty free. It's, for me, I guess it's just the energy is more positive. It's more positive, and I feel that the energy works more. It works in a more positive way than if an animal was tortured and killed for the purpose of its hair or its skin or its fur. I just feel like it doesn't have the same energy. But like this was just, it was cut from the tail of the horse without harming the horse in any way. And so that I really wanted to, I went through the same people that I go through for my other animal parts, because I know that they have a farm and anything that comes from them is cruelty free. So so this is the horsehair that I put in here. And the reason why I put it in a circle is because this is never ending. It's going to keep on going. So for San Martin de Caballero, he is a saint that I have a picture of him right here. So you see that he is on a horse and he is cutting a piece of his cape to give it to that homeless man that's on the ground, because the homeless man doesn't really have, he doesn't have any clothes. If you look, he's half naked, and he has one shoe that's really worn out really bad. So San Martin de Caballero cuts a piece of his cape to give it to the homeless man. And so the horse, that horse is like a really important part of who San Martin de Caballero is. So for this horse here that I put in here, this is constantly, it's going in a circle, so it symbolizes never ending. So this is going to be a never ending energy, and it's always gonna, anything that she does on this piece is gonna be it's gonna go full force, and it's gonna go fast, and her workings are gonna work fast on here, because that is what a horse symbolizes. And a horse is very dependable, so you can depend on it. And so that's why I put horsehair in here. And again, there's a lot of things that I'm keeping out, because there's a lot of personal things that when she gets this piece, she's gonna know all the information, because with every piece I send information with, for everything, what each stone represents, the meaning of each stone, what they're all good for. So I send a lot of information with this piece. For everything that is in it, there is a reason why it's in here. So then if you look right here, you will see the brass coins, and again going in the number 11. So brass symbolizes health and wealth. It attracts both health, like so healing, whether it be healthy decisions, healthy having healthy habits and a healthy way of thinking, so that you can manifest being healthy, being a healthy person. So that's what these bring. And then wealth as well. Wealth, meaning that, she's always going to have money. Her bills are always going to be paid. Her rent is always going to be paid. They're always going to have shelter. They're always going to have food. They're always going to have clothes on their back. That is what this brass is representing, these coins in here. And then this is an actual horseshoe that she had prepared. If you look in here, you can see that she had prepared it with herbs And I'm not too sure what else she had put in here. I don't know if there was oils or anything like that. But she had prepared this horseshoe. And this horseshoe had been in her family for a while. So she wanted me to make a piece with this horseshoe inside so that this horseshoe would always be preserved. And she also wanted to be able to either use it so that the horseshoe was in this direction, and then she also wanted to use this piece so that the horseshoe would be in this direction, depending on what spells she was going to do on here, or what spells or in what way she wanted to use this. And so it, I made it like that where she can, she can flip it either way, in either direction. And right up here, this is it's a brass candle holder. Oh, and right here I also had put a brass coin. So and this is a brass candle holder right here, so she can use this to hold her candles. Sis, are you busy? Can you pass me a candle, please, so I can show them? I forgot to grab one. Okay, so this can be used as a candle holder for holding her spell candles. Thank you. So like this. You see how pretty? So she can put her spell candles in here. She can make this candle for whatever it is that she wants. She can do it for any intention, any purpose, and just put it right in here. And then, so the spell candle will have this will be doing its own job. It's going to be doing, what she wants it to do, what she anointed it with, her intention that she put into this candle. This is going to be working on its own. But while this candle is working, all of these crystals and the metals and everything, they are all coming up to the center to bring this candle more power. And the horsehair going around this candle is going to give this candle speed. Her spells are going to work fast. And they're going to be reliable and dependable, and they're going to happen because that horse never fails to take you where you need to go. So that is one way that she's able to use this, is with her candles, for doing her candle magic. She can also put her crystals in here. So with every order I do, I usually include like a gift, like a gift or something, whether it be incense or loose incense or incense sticks or anything like that. Sometimes I give crystals. We always give something with orders, with our custom orders, because we like to give a gift with whatever piece it is that they had ordered. And that goes for both spiritual vibes and soul sisters. So this was the gift that we're going to be giving her. This is the clear quartz crystal point. And this is a single terminated crystal, meaning it works really well for directing energy. So by placing this in here, you can kind of see what it's meant to do. This is creating a crystal grid where, it already has the crystal grid in it, but now it has a release point. So all of the energy, see how they're all pointed in? All of them are pointed in. They're all pointing in. They're all going to the center, coming up this way, and being released from the crystal point. So she can always use this to release that energy, labradorite works really good for if you're really tired and you feel like you have no energy in you. This works really good for boosting you up and for giving you more energy. So say she ever needed to work with this piece because she's just really tired and she's exhausted and she needs to give herself energy. She can put this crystal right here, this clear quartz crystal point. She can put this like this and just meditate with this piece to give her more energy, because this is directing that energy upwards. So she can actually sit down with this piece and meditate with it and get that energy. And another way that she can use this is she can use this as an offering bowl. So if she ever wants to make an offering to San Martin de Caballero, she can put her offering in here, whether it be liquor or wine or tobacco. Hint, hint. She can put it all right in here. And then, you know, so this can work in so many different ways. If she has other crystals that she wants to cleanse and charge, you know, besides her crystal point, she can put any crystals in here that she wants. Or she could even put different, if she wants to put more different energies, say she wants rose quartz because she wants more love in her home, she can put a rose quartz right in here, and that's what it's going to do. All of this is going to come up to the center, and it's going to go into this crystal, and then that's where it's going to release. So she can do that as well. And not to mention the big surface that she has to work on. This is actually, it's a really big piece. So I got a ruler right here. Okay. So it's really close to about 8.5 inches. I think it actually gets to 8.5. Like 8.5. Yeah, it's about 8.5 inches. So it's a really big piece. This is like a mini altar. So she can even do her workings right here. She can use this whole surface and put different things. She could put candles in all 4 corners if she wanted to. She could do, you know, the possibilities are endless. Whatever it is that you can think of, you can do on here. And so then I'm going to flip it. That way you guys can kind of see the bottom part because there's more to it. Okay, wait. I might have to... Okay, and then I had forgotten to show you guys that I had also put carrots in here. These are dehydrated carrots. So I had went to the supermarket and I got like the carrots that come in like the bunch with the green stuff on the top. And I sliced them and then I put them in the dehydrator. So these carrots I dehydrated. And then they're right there, and right in here. And then if you guys see this gold glitter everywhere, this is to symbolize the armor of San Martin de Caballero. This is to symbolize his armor because he was a warrior, and that's what he wore. He wore armor and he wore a cape and he rode on his horse. And you know, so although he was a warrior and he was a fighter, and he still had a very good heart by cutting a piece of his cape off to give it to that homeless man. So this is to symbolize his protective armor. So the family is always going to be protected. And then it's also gold. So it also symbolizes the abundance and the prosperity and, you know, always being in good financial situations and things like that. So that's what that is. And then on this side, sorry. Okay, so on this side, right here, you will see this herb. This is horse's tail. Right in there. So I put a lot of horse's tail in here, once again to symbolize that horse. And then horse's tail is actually really good for, let's see where. Okay, it's strengthens, resolves, and defines boundaries. And it can be used in your affirmations, for your affirmations to make them more powerful. And right in here, I had put 10 dimes. And if you look, some of the dimes are heads up, some are tails, heads, tails. So I had put them in different, you know, either flipped right side up or flipped the other way. And this right here, you guys, this is red fabric. And I had put this to symbolize San Martin de Caballero, him cutting his cape and covering, almost as if he's shielding and protecting the family from any evil, from any negativity, protecting them and hiding them from any negative energy or evil spirits or anybody that is trying to cause this family harm. He is hiding them and he is protecting them and he is keeping them sheltered from anything. And I had used this fabric that it's very loosely woven, because back in those times, they didn't have factories that made their clothes for them. You know, they were all handmade. And, you know, so I had gotten material that had loose weavings because I wanted it to look like that material, like that handmade material that they probably wore back in those days. And so that's why I had picked this material that I put in here. So this is actually red fabric that is encased in here. And yeah, that's why I had put that in there. And then all around here, this is all parsley. Parsley, once again, to feed the horse, to keep that energy going, and to keep this piece constantly amplified and fed so that the energy never tires out, because it always has, it's always being fed constantly. It's being fed. And then the piece is standing on these filigree, they're like filigree kind of style metal, very Victorian. The style of them is very Victorian. And my friend had actually pointed out that the pattern on these filigree metal pegs is that they look like little keyholes. I thought that was kind of cool too. And then this is the side. And it's really heavy, like, it's a really heavy piece. I should actually grab the scale really quick. Hold on. Sis, are you busy? Okay. All right, I was going to get up and shake you guys around, but my goddess sister is helpful. She's helping me out. Oh, we got videos too. I have to upload them, but we finally did videos together. So we're going to be taking video requests also, you guys. All right. Shit, let's see how I'm going to do this. Okay. All right. So it's saying that this piece weighs 1 pound, 10 ounces. Well, 9.8. Oh, 9.9. And then with the quartz on top, there you go. 1 pound, 10 ounces. So that is a heavy piece. And so that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you guys want a custom piece made, please feel free to let me know. Message me on Facebook. That is the best way to get in touch with me. And yeah, that's it. I guess I'll see you guys at the next video, and blessed be.